Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for November 2020. This will be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Really, just anyone who's intuitively guided to the channel, and you may not know why. You don't know if you have Cancer in your chart or not. You probably have it somewhere, but I think it's more your guides just kind of nudging you to wherever it is you need to be, whatever reading you end up on, that type of thing. So I want to welcome you. It's a good day, my football team won. We are undefeated for the season, which makes me happy. And the game that Sam's watching now, I'm not really interested in. So I thought, you know what, you've been on my mind. How about if I come and do your reading? So here we are. Here we find ourselves on a Sunday afternoon, and it is 5:18, I believe. So really, well, you'd still call that afternoon. So anyway, let's give the cards a few shuffles. This is a time where you just want to calm your mind, just let go of your troubles, let them go, leave them at the door, and then at the end decide if you want to pick them back up or not. This is a great time to ask your guides for illumination over the messages that are for you, if not all of them. Though you don't have to. I feel like my guides, just want me to just be the messenger, and I feel like they're out spread across the world, bringing who needs to come to the reading here. We are all over the world. I want you to think about that. All over the world. Yet the similarities of what we long for in life are, I don't know, very clear. Maybe because I do readings for all over the world. All right. Let's just think good thoughts. Let's just ask the messages to be very clear. Illuminate them. And let's begin. It's interesting. I was going to start with the major arcanas, and I didn't. But I think I'm going to. So we're going to leave this here, just the way it is, and that's how we're going to take from it. I'm going to bring in the major arcanas though, because I've been doing this in every reading, and it's really one of my favorite way to read. Is using this deck to really get, it's like the bullet points. Sometimes it's a story in itself, and then, the who done it, the where, the why comes out within the cards. I feel like towards the end of the reading, we always receive clarity on, it's not just about receiving information about where you're at, but this is about to help you, to be used as a stepping stone to point you in the direction that I feel like your soul wants to go. That's how I take tarot. Not just tarot, I mean the signs. Shooting for 3. It hasn't worked out that well. So, some say I have a Cancer moon because I'm on the cusp. Some say I have a Gemini moon. I claim them both. Because I feel like I have a lot of characteristics of the Gemini moon, but I also have characteristics of the Cancer moon. So, we start with the Fool. I have to say, the Fool has been coming up in the major arcanas almost in every reading. And look at this, and so has the Hierophant. You know, I feel like the Hierophant's blessing something of the past, blessing something that was, so that, well, you know, blessing it because it needs blessed, it deserves to be blessed. But because of that blessing, I feel like it is, you know, for some of you, I feel like you want to do something that may not be so good for you. It may be a little careless, and I feel like the Hierophant's coming in for you to say, wait a minute, stop, think, you know, what's your true belief system? Not what all these people are telling you, yourself, what do you feel? Because I feel like once I take this step backwards, you know, I very seldom feel the Fool as foolish. Um, you know, and who's to say? Who's to say what'll happen? But I feel like the Hierophant is like, if nothing else, if you decide to take this journey again, um, do it from the point of being yourself through it, keeping your belief system intact. I think if nothing else, so it's, you know, it kind of feels like the way his hand is up, like it's a stop, but you have free will, right? And everyone knows that. So I feel like it's a blessing and it's a reminder. Also, the card of Taurus. Let's throw that in there too. You know, he's doing something symbolic, something, you know, like a ritual, a blessing. And I feel like there's something, something within your belief system. It can be your spirituality also, where I feel like it's almost like it's almost like you have a dream, and in that dream, it takes you back. It takes you back lifetimes, and it takes you to a point. It shows you, maybe it shows you like the beginning of something that may have had then stayed with you, that could be good, but could also, I can also feel the energy of it can also be bad. You know, like a monkey on my back that now stays with me lifetime after lifetime. So I feel like for some of you, you know, and I'm saying through a dream, but it can come in different ways, and you may be out walking, and it's in, you know, and you may not have full vision of it, because, you know, I don't want you to think, you know, when Spirit says, you know, we're going to take you back and you're going to see that it's going to play out like a film. Now, for some of you, it will, especially if it's in a dream. Um, but I think there's purpose behind that. Huh. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Chariot. So the Hierophant is looking over at the Chariot. The Fool's going that way. Interesting. The Fool's going this way, but the Chariot's going this way. So the Fool's going back while the Chariot's going ahead. The Hierophant seems to be on the Chariot side. So I feel like someone, again, someone is going back, going to going, and normally I say take a chance. Yeah, take a chance. But for this, I feel like there's a pattern. There's a pattern here, and it'll just keep repeating itself until I see it. Because I feel like I'm kind of being foolish in this energy. And again, I hardly ever see the Fool as a fool, you know, as a real, like, as being foolish. I do see the Fool as someone who's willing to take a chance. Um, but what I feel like is this Fool kind of has forgotten about their belief system, because the Fool is free and clear, not carrying any baggage. I almost feel like the Hierophant, you know, my belief system changes or will change as I go back. Like I forget about it. But if I go this way, I move into the Chariot energy, and the Chariot energy is very promising. It asks you to become balanced, within yourself, the masculine and feminine within yourself, the light and the dark. Excuse me. Um, the rainbow, promise of better days. I think the Chariot is like mind control. Like I can literally take my thoughts and put me there. So the Chariot is really unlimited. I can take it wherever I choose to take it. It's what I want to put behind it. I put my belief system behind it, my belief in me, and maybe my belief system. I feel like this Chariot can just soar, right? But I don't know. This Fool with the Emperor. So the Fool may be heading back towards the Emperor. Um, the Emperor may be someone who's older. The Fool may look up to this Emperor for whatever reason. I don't know why I want to say this, but if I want to be bad, I can find someone who's badder than me. You know what I mean? And if my goal is to be bad, like to be a badass, I got to find someone who's badder than me and emulate them, right? That's really badass. Like I feel badass, but they're really badass, and I mean that kind of in a negative way. Because I do feel like this Fool is looking up to this Emperor. Emperor could represent a father, also could represent a boss. But going back to the Emperor is what I worry about, because I feel like as I go back to the Emperor, which may be one way of one belief system, this Emperor may carry a whole different belief system than you carry, right? But it feels like if as I travel back to the Emperor, then I let go of my belief system and I take on theirs. And I clearly am willing to. Because the Fool's not thinking about the trouble. The Fool's just thinking about the good, the possibilities, all that can be. But in some way, I don't know. Let's just let that be. And it'll work its way out. Did I cut these? Probably not, because I have them upside down. So we're going to cut them. And let's start really building this story. So, I feel like if your answer was, well, no, I feel like it's too general yet to say if you came here to find an answer of whether you should go this direction or that direction, and you understand what the Emperor and the Chariot mean. Remember, the Emperor is a card of Aries, but it doesn't even have to be an Aries. It's just that energy of, for some reason, you look up to them. Why? Because, well, you feel they're wiser, right? They're wiser. They're much wiser than the Fool. The Fool is just beginning this journey. The Emperor has done the journey. So I don't know. I don't know. I saw the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. We'll see if it makes its way out, but at least we know it's there. I can talk about hidden love. We have the Prince of Pentacles. I'm going to take it because I just felt it. It's interesting because the Prince of Pentacles, as I put it over the Fool, the blessing, the Prince. Let's talk about this for a second. So the Prince of Pentacles is about a physical blessing that's coming to you, but it asks you to have patience, right? It will ask you to not just have patience to have patience, but to understand the process. Why something may take a period of time. Maybe I'm asking my affirmation is I want 100,000. Like I want to make $100,000 this year, right? And you keep saying that to yourself and saying that to yourself. Um, but you don't have the skill set yet to make $100,000. So I feel like what it's like, be realistic with your goal. That doesn't mean you couldn't, right? Maybe what I'm feeling right now though is I'm not focusing on it. So I guess I could start at the full and put all my focus on it. And yes, I feel like yes, maybe yes. But anyway, I feel like what we're talking about is the Prince of Pentacles asks you to have patience, to let something come to fruition, right? Let it, come like, like the 9 months. Let it have, um, don't rush it, right? The Fool kind of maybe is rushing something. The Prince of Pentacles, guess which way it's looking? The opposite way, towards the future, by the way, right? This is all towards the future. The Fool is looking towards the past. So I feel like what it's saying to me is someone is not being patient. Their blessing has yet to reach them. But the Knight of Pentacles is, we can count on that energy, really more than anything, I think, uh, in the Tarot. I feel like, first of all, I feel like the Emperor, is usually the one who sends out the knight. Now, I don't mean this negative Emperor. Well, maybe, who knows? Anyway, and I feel like a knight will do whatever they have to do to complete their mission. So to me, it kind of feels like a promise, right? But it is saying that part of this is about patience. We have the Chariot. So the Knight of Pentacles is bringing in the Chariot's energy. Of course, we have Cancer right over Taurus, right, connected to Taurus, and Cancer on the other side of Taurus. So we have Cancer, Taurus, Cancer. We have the Prince of Pentacles beside that, but though I feel like, honestly, I feel like this is about the blessings. But for some of you, you're going to relate. Anyway, so showing that the Knight of Pentacles, what he's bringing, what that pentacle is a Chariot. So that can be freedom. That can be many, many things. That can be, the one thing I know it's your belief system is back in place. Your belief system is back in place. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So your seed of intention. When the hell is my seed of intention coming? When is my seed coming? Maybe I want it so badly that I'm haphazardly going back to something because what I truly want seems to be taking forever. Maybe. Seed of Pentacles is your seed. It is your intention. It's exactly what you want to happen, right? It's that, think of yourself sitting on the edge of heaven, looking down at earth, knowing that you're going down there, and these are your bullet points. You got free will. That's the fluff. So there's certain things that you want to happen at certain times. And you, as a free soul, I feel, that these seeds are important, right? But, so you can trust in that, I feel like. And that's what the Knight of Pentacles is saying too. You can trust in that. But the Seven of Pentacles is also about patience. Like patience, right? Because you want this seed of attention to come out complete, right? Not haphazardly. You want it complete. Again, the Chariot in between that energy can be your own energy, but it also can be, it looks like they're moving very quickly towards me. So, and then look at the Hierophant, and he's like, I'm going to try to do his hand. He's like, and it almost feels like, I'm sure there's a symbolic meaning behind it, but I almost feel like it's like, wait, my child, wait, my child, wait, my child. All right, I don't know why I took those cards up there. They belong down here. Same thing. They're just here. We have the Three of Wands. So, first of all, this is beautiful energy because the one thing that's showing on the table is really optimistic energy, no matter which direction I go. And so it tells me that you must be at some type of a crossroads where, or something, maybe this knight brings this pentacle and it allows you to go, one of two ways. Um, but and I don't want to persuade you, but I feel like all the energy that I can really trust is heading this way. But somebody is heading this way. And maybe that's okay. Um, maybe it'll work. Maybe. But I feel like if nothing's learned, nothing changes. And I also feel like as you head back, maybe if you remember your belief system as you go, if you decide to go back, whatever that means, if you can remember your own belief system, like stay true to you and try it that way and see what happens. Because I feel like otherwise, I feel like you're easily persuaded to let go of your true belief system as you head back. And it may be a repeat pattern. Okay, so, think of it that way. Like, I don't want to tell you don't do it, but if you do it, this time, and it doesn't mean I'm egotistical. It just means my belief system, what I know to be true, my more, um, my morality, my, just everything. The Nine of Pentacles, beautiful. So we have the Nine with the Knight of Cups right above it, the Nine of Pentacles right above it. Who's holding that pentacle? I grab that pentacle in the Nine of Pentacles. That puts me in the Ten of Pentacles. But the first thing I'm in is the Nine of Pentacles. So, Nine of Pentacles, I feel like what this is saying with the Fool up there is make sure you can take care of you. And it may mean financially. Um, that may be something where you lose control. Like you have to become, I don't know why I'm saying this. I kind of feel like I'm insulting you, but I'm not. I'm just saying, I feel like it's saying, be careful I don't become codependent. And I feel like it's more in a financial way. So, all this is saying to you is you have the ability, whether you know it or not, you have the ability to create something for yourself. Here it is, right? This is about success. It says you can have success, and it's coming from the energy of guardian angel, the guardian angel. And then I like how the Chariot's next to that. So that's pretty, again, fast-moving energy. Believing in myself, right? Believing in myself, getting my belief system back in check, and then maybe trying something again, right? Being able to stand on my own 2 feet. What I love of the Nine of Pentacles, this doesn't come with nothing. This comes with focus. For some it can be blood, sweat, and tears, but it's worth it. Like everything in it feels worth it, right? You know that you're working for the right thing, no matter how hard it is. Um, and sometimes I don't feel like it's about the reward; it just comes, and I feel like that comes in the form of money, of stability, right? Okay, what do we got next? We have the Strength card. So we have Virgo and Leo side by side with a Cancer. Excuse me, my chest is just like rattling. We have the Prince of Swords coming under that Seven of Pentacles. So, I feel like if there's word, spoken word, that you have, perhaps, that maybe you have, and you question whether you should put it out in the world, I think the answer is yes. You definitely, definitely should. But, it's going one direction. I feel like if you're going back, could you also help? Of course you can. If you're telling your own truth. We have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, potentially. This king looks like he's thinking about something. This king looks like he has an idea. And I feel like he's ready to move on something. Interesting. This may be, this could be you. This could be you ready. Like, ready. As long as you've got your belief system intact, I feel like that's really what you need more than anything, is having your own belief system intact and believing in yourself, number one. And I feel like there's anything, because there's pentacles all over the place also. So if it's anything to do with your money, building a business, starting from an idea and looking forward, and some of you, it's about the spoken word. Now, it doesn't mean you can't write that word, but it's your word, right? It's your word. And I feel like it comes in the energy of a knight because almost like I'm going to do it no matter what. But I'm not the king. I'm not a king yet, right? I'm not a king yet, though he sits next to a king. Some of you may be hearing some type of communication coming from someone that, perhaps you've been impatient about. Now, maybe you have every reason in the world. But, when it's time, it's time. When it's not, it's not. I feel like. And I know it's going to piss some people off. I can feel it already. All right. Anyways, I do feel like this king definitely has something on his mind, something that he communicates that is attached to also your seed of intention. So, this is you or this is someone else who now we're looking, let's say all goes right. It's like now we're looking at things that all that can be, right? All that can be is like, there's those ships, right? I can see them. I just can't have them, right? I know I have to get to them. There seems to be one wave in front of them. That may be one more challenge, right? One more hurdle. But listen, I feel like some of you are going to, maybe that's why you're having these dreams or what have you, because you need to know, like, that hurdle is something that you can certainly jump over. But you may not know that. You may not feel you can. All right, let's take the last four, get the full story out. So anyway, we have the Queen of Cups. Certainly could be you, so it could be your business. Cancer, right? Another Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Look at that with the Ace of Wands. So there's something about your own voice, I swear. And maybe how you overcame certain things, and using that forward, like going forward. Then we have the Moon, card of Pisces. So, you may be bringing clarity to people who, think that my whole life is just going to be in the dark. And somehow, some way, well, I know how, because much like the Emperor over here, because you've walked those shoes. You've walked those shoes. So in some way, I just feel like you are having some type of a business where, and listen, I love that the Queen of Cups is under this because if nothing else, this is very open. I feel like the Queen of Cups is very open. Um, Understands the importance of love, but not just love of a person, love of what I do, right? That type of thing. And the Nine of Pentacles. So success, right? That has to do with a couple things. You being you being your unique self, and that includes your belief system, which, I feel like that's why you just have to watch, as somebody may sway you another direction. But nonetheless, I feel like, well, let's finish it. Look at this. We have the Queen of Wands directly under the King of Wands, and he is looking down. First of all, she's our intuitive queen. This may be you do not have to be fire. Um, this just talks about two people who, let's say, when they're together, there's probably passion. They may be passionate. And with, like every positive has a negative, right? So, we have this passionate energy towards each other. However, maybe this Prince of Sword is a sword that, because still kind of learning how to handle that sword at the Prince stage. So maybe it's a tongue, Anyway, um, this queen has the moon next to her. Now she's the intuitive queen. And normally she's the one who says yes more than anyone. But the moon's next to her. So it's almost like her energy, how do I say it? It's like gray matter. I don't know how to say it. And let me say it in another way. This queen towards this king, listen, they probably are two that are meant to be with all the energies here because the Hierophant, the Chariot, everything wants you to move forward, right? Why? Because your Seven of Pentacles is coming up, your seed of intention. Movement is all around it, and it's very optimistic and positive, right? For some of you, it has to do with the business. And listen, maybe for everyone, it has to do with our finances, but I feel more what it said because there's true success here. I feel more, when we focus on something that we love, it opens up a different part. It opens up us wholly to the universe, which allows. That's the energy when like, wow, like good things start happening. You know, um, you've had those days where like normally people don't hold doors open for you, and that day everyone holds a door open for you, and it was just, I don't know. You've had those kind of days. Anyway, so I'm not sure the queen is quite in the same place that the king is. And he may have been hesitant um, to make communication, knowing that this moon exists, right? But he also knows that the Seven of Pentacles exist. Clearly, it'd have to be one of his too if it's yours. And you're matching energy. And the Three of Wands is the ultimate energy that's above it, and that is an energy of optimism, and it's about the ships that lie ahead. And, sometimes two can get through a hurdle better than one. I don't know. I don't know if that was the right word. Look at that with the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. That's beautiful. Um, again, that's a blessing that's coming into your physical world. Sometimes they're just a blessing. Other times it's something that's earned. Something, and maybe something you've done a long time ago. I don't know. It's just something that's earned. And I have to say, there you are looking down at the Seven of Pentacles. And here at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like it's in the atmosphere. like that whatever I planted here is sprouting over here. So it's in the atmosphere. I just don't know if you know about it yet or not. Okay. We're using crystal vision, by the way. We have the King of Cups. Again, could be your energy, another Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So I'm just kind of putting them together. So we have the King of Cups over the Fool, but also the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Moon. So we double Pisces energy, first of all. We also have Pisces and Cancer. I mean, there's a lot of water. Pisces, Cancer, and Taurus. You know, it's funny because the Fool... It's interesting because the Fool is doing something that he doesn't... Well, in a way, I don't feel like he has belief in. We have the Ace of Cups. Interesting. And then we have the Five of Swords. I feel like some of you... I feel like you have to give up an idea of someone who may persuade you to think that they are the one. And here's why. Because I feel like you're someone who's ever here. I feel like you're someone who truly can give your heart. I feel like it's almost an innate part of you. Like, you are a very giving type person. And perhaps someone who you felt for some reason, anyway, I feel like someone may have, I don't know, taken that away from you, made you who you weren't. But there's something in you, you feel a love, but I don't feel like this is your true love. And I feel like, you know, how do I know? How do I know? Well, because I don't feel someone who loves you would treat you in certain ways, would talk in certain ways. It doesn't mean people don't get mad and say stupid things. We all do. But I feel like there's certain things, certain signs that maybe you didn't, well, I kind of feel like you saw them, but maybe just brushed them by. And then hence kind of stuck here. And that may be an energy of codependency. So it may be time for you. That may be what this is saying. Like, it's time for you to become self-dependent. Like, get rid of that co and replace it with self. But ultimately, it's your decision, right? And again, if you're going into it with your beliefs intact, you know, if it's not going to work, you'll know quickly. And you're not going to waste a whole lot of time again because, again, I feel like the energy that's coming in with, so we have the Ace of Cups over the Seven of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, I do feel like it's talking about love, right? But also what's next to the Ace of Pentacles is the Five of Swords. And that's toxic energy. That means that there's people around me who have become toxic to me. In whatever way that may be. And listen, I may have absorbed some of that energy and become toxic myself. I don't feel that that's the way you want to be. I just don't feel it. Because under that is Three of Wands. And again, I feel like you're someone who normally, let's say, without certain influence, you're a certain way where you're very optimistic, and maybe you're someone who used to have a lot of luck in your life. And listen, it's almost like an energy vampire, right? And be careful, I keep going back to it. And if I do, that right there is a lesson, right? I can learn that lesson. 9 is about reflection. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. So now the Seven of Pentacles coming over the Knight of Pentacles. So here's the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles says, I'm bringing you this Pentacles. It's something that you can count on, right? Here's the Seven of Pentacles to back that up almost over that Nine of Pentacles. What you do with your craft and how you can truly build. And for some of you, you can truly help in different ways within the world, because I feel like it's really what you want. And I don't think it's saying that love won't be in your life, because love is here. It's the Ace of Cups, right? Some of you, though, you are walking away from this Ace of Cups. You know, I feel like, I hate to say this sometimes too, but it's the truth. I feel like for some, like, this is a lesson that I asked for in this lifetime so that I could learn it. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to, I wanted that resistance so that I could learn how to react to it this time. Maybe it was a past lesson, or it may just be saying that. Anyway, 5 is about change. Some of you may be changing lovers. But maybe you don't go into love right away. Maybe you are leaving someone or something, or a certain way of being. Why? Because you kind of found yourself again. And I do feel like you're leaving what no longer serves you behind. I do feel like that, because love is really the energy is pushing you. It's unconditional love pushing you, and it's coming from the energy of the Hierophant. So very blessed energy, and it's pushing you. And what happens when it pushes you and you say yes to this intuitive calling? Well, it's coming over the Three of Wands energy. That's when I'm looking at life in a different way. I'm seeing it in a much more positive way. I really have I'm not putting any limits on it. Sky is the limit. And when I'm open to that energy, therefore that energy comes in. And here it is, Seven of Pentacles. Coming right over that Nine of Pentacles. And then, hello, Temperance. Well, Temperance controls time. It's coming right over the Strength card. All in good time, right? All in good timing. I feel like, hush, hush, my child. She is, she's the energy of being able to let go of control. And she may be saying, let go of control of love. And instead, put your attention on, because that's really what you're doing in the Seven of Pentacles, is maybe I'm putting too much attention here, and I'm watching water boil, right? And instead, Temperance is pointing you down to the Nine of Pentacles. So that's becoming very self-efficient. And it's coming from divine energy. So that means it's something that you're meant to do, something you're good at. And we don't all know what that is, right? Many of us start at the Fool and then find our ways into certain things. Someone else had that. Excuse me. We have Justice, card of Libra. I don't know. Can I just say I feel like I caught someone in time, because I feel like instead of going back and trying to love someone again and I feel like who you're going back to love, let me tell you, I feels very aggressive. There's judgment underneath that, so maybe it's very judgmental of you. It may be your own belief, maybe your own belief in what you can do. Maybe in some way they shut down this avenue that exists within you. It doesn't go away. They can't take it away. They can claim they took it away, but they didn't take it away. Yeah, it's kind of like it hid. But I feel like it comes back out. So for some of you, it may be divorcing. if nothing else, cutting ties with someone who, listen, they don't deserve you, right? They got much learning to do. I feel like it might be somebody who calls himself an emperor, but my God, an emperor is someone who leads with love and kindness and understanding. But I feel as emperor is more, like what were you doing and who were you with and why, why'd you do the dishes that way? And I feel very controlling. And it doesn't feel good, because I'm kind of picking up your energy. It doesn't feel good. So I just feel like this might be cutting ties. You may be telling someone that. But nonetheless, Temperance is over the Strength card. So here's, whatever I need to get over this, I get over it. And listen, and part of that may be putting that focus into a project and watching what happens. So, anyways, I do feel like someone is cutting ties. Cutting ties because, maybe what at one time felt like real love has turned sour. Let's keep going. Let's see about this Queen and King here. We have the Ten of Swords. Wow. Okay, that is not great energy, and it's attached to. First of all, there's bad energy, but there's good energy here. First of all, Ten of Swords, that is not good energy. We can just see in the card, right? It's a period of life where I just feel like I've been shit on left and right, um, stepped on, stabbed, right? Everything I say is wrong. Everything, it's just like it's a hard, hard time. The good news is I want you to see the 10 to the 5. The 5 is the highest energy. So I feel like, and that may be your own strength, right? Loving yourself that much to understand, because this is toxic. I mean, it just is, and justice is here. So, for some it may be a divorce, and for others, I'm just cutting ties. Someone may be like, broke up with you, but the truth of the matter is, I feel like I have to be, like, I have to look at them for what they really were, like, because it's not what I want in my life. The Seven of Pentacles keeps popping up, like, this is my true seat of attention, and the Ace of Cups is over that. So that is unconditional love. Is that how someone's loving me? Or aren't they? Well, look at that, the Ace of Swords. So I feel like that is the completion of the Ten of Swords. For some of you, the King of Wands may be someone that you're cutting out of your life. And listen, it doesn't have to be romantic love, but it is energy of, Ten of Swords is very heavy type energy. The Ace of Swords feels like freedom. Freedom, and it's got a vine of roses growing up it. It's truth, but I feel more it's freedom. It's interesting, this sword is pointed down and this sword is pointed up. Almost like the thoughts, right? Like something coming to you and then you accepting it, you finding it, you like, here's the crown over this one, like, I got it. We have the Magician. Beautiful. So our energy is changing. You see how the energy starts to change? So we're making that cut, right? We're showing that whoever we're cutting out, and if it's a person, um, there's a lot of toxicity around that, right? And what happened is it started to rub off on you, and for some of you, it takes you out of your belief system. But there's a part of you that knows that. There's this light within you. It's your soul that knows, right? That knows, and it may be this gnawing feeling. And I feel like you follow that. because in the long run, you know, it feels like the universe is saying, you got to put you first. You got to love yourself first, right? You got to love yourself first. And then really what you do in life kind of, you know, it's almost like here's this ace of swords to start again after the ten of swords. And what comes after that? The magician. Well, the magician is energy of manifestation. What are you manifesting? Some of you manifesting what's in the Seven of Pentacles, and again, it rolls back to the Nine of Pentacles. My own, you know, I'm saying my own business, but it's you building up your wealth. Really, it's you independently being able to take care of you. And really, I feel like you love what you do, but I'm willing to put also what it takes in it. Maybe you just needed to get this out of here. And it's coming right over your energy. I swear I get so many readings, personal and generals. I call these generals, but I have to tell you, they feel very personal to me. Like you guys feel like very personal. Like I can feel the person's out there that I'm speaking with. And I do feel like I'm talking to you. And I feel like sometimes I'm talking to a whole auditorium. Alright, anyway. So we have the magician. And the magician is a couple things, you know. He's in the upright, so he's a teacher. He's a reminder of all that you've gained, all the journeys that you've had. I felt that very early on in your reading, like whether you get some type of notification or not, like being taken back to past lives and maybe seeing a pattern, right? And I feel good about Justice being here because I feel like this is you cutting those ties, and I don't feel like you're cutting them just for this lifetime. I feel like, you're setting time free. You know, that's why the Ace of Swords really feels like a sense of freedom to me. Coming right over that Ten of Swords. You know, look at the difference. Two ways of living, right? So, back to the magician. Really, we're at the Ace of Swords. We have the Five of Wands at the Strength card. Okay. So, you know, that could talk about something that needs to, you need to overcome. You may be someone who will, something you may have picked up, let's say, is you stay in a fight. You don't end it, right? There's no ending in sight, right? I want to be the winner of that fight. You may do it because they do it. There has to be an opponent. You know, there's definitely an opponent here. This is two people doing the same thing and getting the same result. Sometimes it's fighting myself. I'm fighting myself. I feel like I'm fighting the Emperor, which feels very strong, right? Very wise, much more than I am. But really, it's saying, no, that is not the case, right? Where the resistance comes is from yourself. You're fighting yourself. And Temperance is right above that. It's almost like my child. Here I am, right? Here I am. Interesting, I keep saying my child. So, you know, I definitely feel like you're ending this Ten of Swords. Let's take the cards that are up first. And let's put them over here. Okay. We have the Eight of Wands. So, I like the Eight of Wands because, you know, I look at this a couple different ways. What I think about, I bring about. It's the energy I put out is going to return to me. Connected to Temperance also, but also connected to the Moon. So it is sometimes I have to take chances, right? It's fast-moving energy. So Temperance again, is the controller of time, let's say. When is the right time? When it's the right time. When it is the right time. And much of that depends on us, right? Because we ask for a lot. We have to be willing to give, that kind of thing. But nonetheless, I feel like this Eight of Wands, when I drop this Five of Swords over here, the Eight of Wands feels like energy that really starts moving with the Strength card. So we have Leo out, I think twice. We have the Devil, card Capricorn, coming over the Ten of Swords. Maybe some form of temptation. Let's see what's with it. We have the Fool. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. So we can look at this in a couple different ways, right? We started the Magician. We are manifesting this energy. What it's saying is these seeds of intention are already there. Focus upon them. What I focus on is what I'm going to grow. Don't put resistance against what wants to come in. Some of you, I feel like you're already ready, right? You're already ready, and I feel like if temptation in some way comes before you, I feel like you can overcome it. Maybe this Emperor tries to come back again. I feel like you're like, no, it's not going to happen. What I really like is we end the reading with the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Pentacles here. And I felt like we were going to get the Ten of Pentacles, because the Knight of Pentacles is also carrying a pentacle, which, 9, 1 pentacle would be 10. Here is the Ten of Pentacles connected to this Fool. Interesting that the Fool is separating itself from the Devil. And I love this coming over the Queen of Wands. Again, it doesn't matter what sign you are. This is about the energy I'm in. I'm passionate again, right? I'm very intuitive. I can see things. I can, it's almost like I can control other people. I've gained this power of controlling them instead of me being controlled. Maybe I'm controlling something, right? I'm able to tame what needs to be tamed. And I feel like when something is tamed, then it turns around and looks at you in a different way, like with admiration, perhaps. So I feel like for some of you, this is the power you're picking up with some of these lessons. But ultimately, I feel like you have the energy of success. Don't be codependent. If you are codependent, think, how can you become independent? Doesn't mean you got to leave someone, right? Some of you, I feel like you do, but that's, of course, up to you. But your guides definitely want you to look that way when someone's looking that way. But very persuasive energies over here. And he's attached to very judgmental energy, which can be, and I'm sorry, Aries, can just be an Aries. But I feel it like very strong, like, I kind of don't like it. I don't know. Maybe if you decide to go back, again, keep your belief system intact. You will see the signs very quickly. If it's not meant to be, turn around. Right? Turn around, because there is another path here. And it's up to you, right? You're creating. Here is the Magician. Here is the promise, right? Here is the promise that you made to yourself. And Temperance is all about directing it, making sure it gets to you where it can be fully taken advantage of, right? It's coming from, let's look at the Ace of Cups, right? And this is blessings over love for you. But, and it can be healing, with that Five of Swords, healing in that. But I can't make someone else, right? I can't make you do what you don't want to do. But that doesn't mean I should stop myself from doing what I want to do, right? I feel like it's what you need to say to yourself, or you say to them. Though, be careful. I just feel like But that's the truth. Like, I know maybe I'm going to give up trying to control how something, maybe, I don't know. I just really feel like Cancer, be strong. Be strong this month. Like, don't be codependent. Or if you're in that place, start looking forward. And if that means taking step by step by step, making a plan, whatever, if that's truly what you want, then you should go forward. Um, I feel like, almost like the protection is there, right? Everything wants you to move forward. So, that has to be up to you. Hmm. Um, and I do feel like some of you are around very difficult energy, and I feel like it's coming from a person, almost like a thunderstorm. But it doesn't matter because it's coming up against you, your energy, your true energy, and I feel like your true energy can outshine it. Almost like in the middle of a rainstorm, and you walk out and you just start shining, and the rain's gone, and the skies are blue, and all's good. So take it as you will. I feel like there were quite a few different messages in here. I feel like there was one message for all of us in here, and that's really to keep our intact, to keep our belief system intact, and kind of go with the flow. Go with the flow. Maybe this person is not the person, but that doesn't mean love doesn't exist. Here it is, and it has a blessing over it. It just may not exist where you're at, but where you're at is dark. It's cloudy, right? That's why I feel like we're seeing the moon so much. It means a sacrifice, all of that. Like I know that. But I feel like also by being taken back, you're being shown that you have overcome much more. And ultimately, this is just this person's energy. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's energy. And maybe you don't even need to let them know what you have planned. But I feel like in some way they affect this Nine of Pentacles for you. Maybe you stop believing in yourself. Maybe you stop believing it would happen for you. You have to actively look at it. If you want something to happen, you want to see it. You want to focus on it. You want to put your attention on it. Period. Close your eyes and see. If I want to have a channel, let's say, and do tarot, close your eyes or just do it. Just do it. I don't know. All right, guys. I think I'm going to leave it there. But ultimately, look at this. You have the Ten of Pentacles, which is very solid energy for Cancer, and also this is rooted in time. So for some of you, I feel like you're going right where you're supposed to go, right where you're meant to go, and to think that there's no challenges in life would be foolish, right? There are, but if we keep our belief system intact and we keep the love for ourselves also intact, I feel like these challenges, or we could just say hurdles, we can overcome. And people who try to like consume us just won't be able to anymore. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. um, oh, I forgot. We have 3 cards over here. Let's take them. We have, look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles with the Queen and King of Swords together with the Ace of Pentacles. Very interesting. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, where? Somewhere else. Where did I see it? Dun 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 dun. I don't know where it's at. It's probably under here somewhere. Didn't we have I thought we had the Ace of Pentacles. Anyways, here we have it. With the Queen and the King together. So this is about This could certainly be about two people who are coming together, because this would be what feels like a blessing in my world. And maybe it wanted to come out by itself. I keep staring at that Ace of Cups, so I've no doubt this is talking about love and what feels like a blessing. I feel like you'll be like-minded. That's why we have the same suit. And this is about communication. So these will be two people who communicate well together. You know, you got, again, with every positive, you got a negative. But it depends on you where you want to put your focus. Do I want to put my focus on negative, or do I want to put it on positive? Ace of Pentacles, you have no reason to put it on the negative, I feel like. So I feel like this is just another couple that are coming together, coming to fruition. Um, Here it is. Here's a magician being very active in this role, I have to say, with the Seven of Pentacles right above him, very active, and you right below him, very active. But this is the energy of knowing that I can create, that I can truly create my world. Give up who and what it must be, and be open to receiving. That's what the Queen is. She's open. The Queen of Cups. She's very open to receiving what the world wants to give her. Well, the world wants to give her the Ace of Cups. You know, and that can include everything. Romantic, self, family, life, community, whatever it may be. I feel like mystery. I feel like mystery is important to you. I just realized the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups down here with the Magician. So there may be also a Queen and King of Cups. Here's the Queen and King of Swords. Interesting with the the Queen and King of Wands. Very interesting. I just noticed they're all side by side, all connected. Very interesting. I kind of love that. And then the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like with the Fool attached to that, it does talk about new, right? New. You have the Fool again, but I feel like this Fool, excuse me, has gone a different direction than this Fool up here. And therefore finds itself in the Ten of Pentacles. Huh. I'm gonna leave it right there, guys. I love you so much. How much time? I feel like I just talked and talked and talked. I love you so much. Thank you for always supporting my channel. I felt like I took so many cards. Oh, here's the Ace of Pentacles. I lost it. And there's the Queen of Wands on the bottom of this deck. I didn't look at this one. So a lot of fire with the Queen of Wands over here. So you may have to rewind this, watch it twice to really pick up the messages. I feel like there were a lot in here, but I feel like it's important that you gain the wisdom of it. Listen, you got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups. You got all these aces to do with what you want to do with them. Ace of Swords down here, Ace of Swords over here. Do what you want. All right, guys. I love you so much. I will, oh, I'm sorry. I just moved the screen. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.